Live.
Going live.
I have got to go to Streamlabs OBS and turn off auto update because there was a 5.5 minute update
Yep.
of something. Who knows what it did. I'll update once a year and it'll ruin everything, as opposed to a small update at once in a while. Lucky bat. Ooh.
Jeez, I'm being forced to watch an ad.
Yeah. Good. Oh, I also probably could have set up my camera.
All right. Love a good lucky bat. I was going through the old boys.
That's so weird.
And-
I was going through the old Necrons.
I have to go look through my room because I have I think I only have half the stuff down here.
Wow, that was a big box down there.
Yeah, well, I have a bunch of stuff that isn't built.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I went through everything. It is 191 models and 9 vehicles. I could really use some more Necron vehicles, though. I don't have a lot.
Maybe Santa will bring you some.
Ooh. Graham Dineen?
Got it.
Hello.
Hey. We're really good at pronouncing names.
Yes.
That's one of the big things.
Why does it look so dark? Here, you know what? Maybe I can artificially. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, Dr. Drokel.
Dr. Dribble.
So we are elving it up.
191 Necrons. Most of them warriors. Well,
Yeah.
a little less than half of them are warriors. I have 80.
I have no evidence of this. I'm pretty sure I have 40 boys on the sprue. So that's going to be something to look through. And we'll probably talk more about that on the Patreon stream tonight.
Ooh, that's true.
Know.
It is a Patreon stream.
If you want to know more about that, got to join the Patreon.
Yeah.
A lot of exciting stuff.
Let's see, what do I work on today? I think yesterday I did a pretty good job on the clothing. So I guess now it's time to move on to
The sack.
No, not the sack yet. I think I'm gonna do the fleece trim, just like I did with Santa.
I guess I just like a good painted sack. And hey, Craig Turpin. Hey, Brett S. And hey, Joey Flores.
And use for that.
Steam Geek 01 has a question. Have you had any experience with glow-in-the-dark paint?
I have not, but I would like to. I know there's one company that makes Glowiest Glow. I would love to try that out. I think Tested actually just put out a video where an artist painted a science fiction landscape with glow-in-the-dark paints. Or it might have been blacklight paints.
Yeah. All I know is I want it with a little bit of radiation in it.
Oh, and I think, didn't Games Workshop just put out a paint for the new Necrons that's glow-in-the-dark? I want to say that's true. Oh god. Place your bets. Which of these not quite tans did I use to to paint Santa. I think it was a khaki. It was a khaki. So only 3 of these are khakis.
Perfect. Hey, boy, Jedi 16.
Okay, I'm just going to use this. New paint for neck Eurons. Yes. Not sure if it glows. I know they came out with 2, I think. They came out with like an in-between, a gold and a bronze. And they came out with a glow, I think. And they've been repainting and repackaging a lot of the Necron kits, and it looks really nice. I love the new scheme. I mean, the old scheme was just silver and black ink.
Yep. Silver and green. Silver
Yep.
and green. It's a Necron's favorite song.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What is everyone working on today?
Yeah.
Or not working on? What is everyone supposed to be working on right now?
Oh my God, there's no light hitting this model. Usually I do not have the camera this close to it either.
Well, it doesn't look that crazy.
I need some Fresnels with a really nice aperture so that I can just have tiny, like, 3-inch diameter spotlights.
Yep, there you go.
While the temperature in this room goes up 3 degrees every couple minutes.
Well, then you have to buy the special LED kit to convert it to LED. Although those get warm too.
Actually, it's impossible for LEDs to get warm because of how they work.
Yep.
Now, electricity can get very, very hot, but
yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Brett S. I'm hopefully finishing up a squad of Necron warriors tonight. Wow.
Yeah.
Good old finishing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like crack.
Which, if you join our Patreon stream tonight, maybe you'll get to hear a little bit about that. We have something about that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, good for you for finishing something.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of wargamers can say that they do that. Finish stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as you finish something, actually, that means that you can now go out and buy 2 times as much as what you just finished.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wish I had a burp water. All I have is a lame ass decaf tea.
I mean, that was an all natural right there. No performance enhancements.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do have a burp water right next to me, but I haven't deserved it yet. I'm painting pants, so you know how fun that is.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I get these pants base coated, I'll get to do it.
Joey Flair is working on basing and a video. And watching Star Wars opinions on The Mandalorian. Oh yeah, I'm sure they have nothing but nice things to say. It's Star Wars after all.
Everyone likes Star Wars, especially the new stuff.
Yeah. Brett S. I have the Necron Battle Force arriving via UPS tomorrow. My reward for finishing this squad.
Nice.
You have like 40 models on the way because you finished 10. You know what though? That's very good. And the new Battle Force this year looks like a sweet deal if you're a Necron player. Every kit is good. Also, I don't know if this is just by mistake, but I was looking at the Games Workshop web store, and Necron death marks are under troops. I think that must be a mistake on the web store, because I think they've always been elite. But I don't know. I don't play tons of armies, but it seems like every army's elite section is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, it feels like half the Space Marine Codex is in elites, half the Necron Codex is in elites. So it just kind of makes army building a little frustrating.
Well, I think we got. Was it on the Age of Sigmar video? Someone was upset that everything keeps changing all the time. I mean, aren't we all? But someone was really complaining about it.
Yeah, all change is bad until proven otherwise.
Well, until it's in your favor.
Yeah. Graham Deneen. What is your largest model? That's a good question. I mean, I have a knight, an Imperial Knight. So that's pretty big. I also have, it's not painted, but I have a Forge World Imperial Space Marine bust. Or not a bust. It's like a big. I don't know what it is. It's like a it's like a 10-inch figure. A 10-inch statue, I suppose. But yeah, I can't wait to paint that one day. I think I want to paint a couple of other big things before I go for that.
Well, I got a big thing for you to paint right over here. A Stampa.
Yeah. Oh, Stampas look like so much fun. How come every army doesn't have a big Apocalypse unit in plastic?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just
That'd be
orcs
pretty cool.
and guard. And I think demons a little because they have their greater demons, or they have just the greater demon of Khorne, and the greater demon of Nurgle. I don't think there's a plastic greater demon of Slaanesh or Tzeentch. Rogelio Garcia? Rogelio? Hello! Yesterday I finished 12 Scarabs and now it's time for my Doomstalker. Ooh, a lot of Necron painters. I guess it just proves that Necrons are the best.
All right.
Brett
Does
S.
everyone else in the chat agree?
Brett S. Just verified in the Codex, death marks are elites. That makes more sense. I'm going to write an email to Games Workshop tonight, and then they're going to give me $1 million for finding an error.
Yep.
No spoilers, but Mandalorian just to Ryan Johnson to school on what he should have done. That poor Ryan Johnson. He made half of a darn good movie. The only problem is the whole other half of it.
I hate when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
You make half of a darn good movie.
Yeah. 50% is a failing grade.
Yeah. What a goose.
Graham Deneen, start collecting orcs.
I have a few of those.
Cash S, guys, I just came on and heard a 10-inch figure. What's going on? Ooh, Chaos Space Marine has the Corn Lord of Skulls. That's very true. That's an Apocalypse model that looks fugly. Dr. Drokel, I finished my birthday cake today. Does that count? Yes, it does.
A good birthday cake. Remember, it was your birthday a few years ago, and we went to the old grocery store, and we picked up, like, they had the pre-done cakes.
Yeah.
That looked delicious and wonderful, and we went back to our house, and it was disgusting.
Yeah, it sucked.
It was way too sugary and horrific.
Yeah, there was 1.25 inches of frosting on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was only frosting.
Yeah, and I remember immediately being like, I should have gone for the cookie cake.
Yeah, because I think that was
with
the
cookie
debate.
cake. Yeah,
I think that was the debate: the cookie cake or the normal cake. Yep.
Should have gone with.
I
Always
like
go with the cookie cake.
I always like a good ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake's pretty good too.
I don't think they had an ice cream cake.
I don't know if an ice cream cake would have fit in our freezer.
No, you know what? That's a good question.
We've had to cut it into chunks and put it in Tupperwares. Harkins, Aquatics. A lot of movie talk tonight. Ooh. Is there?
I think this is the lightest we've been on movie stuff.
I mean, it's only been like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yep, we can bring up Star Wars Episode 1 again.
Yes. You know, I do kind of love Star Wars Episode 1, even though it's so bad. It's got some of my favorite stuff. And it has a...
Enjoy the painting. Got to go. Paint some Death Guard.
See you later, Cash S.
See ya.
One thing I love about the Phantom Menace is I actually love its art direction.
Harkins Aquatics is getting their wish.
Because it has artwork by what's her name? Terrell Whitlatch, who is a wonderful. She was a paleontological artist. She would draw dinosaurs, and then she moved into doing conceptual creature design. And she designed a lot of the aliens for Phantom Menace. She designed, I think, all of the monsters, and she designed a lot of the aliens. I think all of the unique aliens in Episode 1 except Watto, I think.
Yeah, and her sketchbooks are neat.
There's a beautiful I think it's called like the Star Wars. It's called like the Star Wars Guide to Animals or something like that. But it's a book of like fake nature documentarian, like if a nature painter in the Star Wars world painted, and it's all Terrell Whitlatch drawings, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Ooh. Brett S. 50% isn't bad. Half of all doctors graduated in the bottom half of their class, and they're all still doctors. That's true. I'm a doctor. Ish.
Dr. Ish.
Mm-hmm.
I have a doctorate in astrology. Because I'm just a one with the cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
Trash boat. Yo! Trash boat. Now I know who who to thank for Jar Jar. And then Brett asks, so she designed Jar Jar?
I'm not sure. She does have guns in her book, in her sketchbook.
I think she designed Jar Jar. Although she didn't make Jar Jar a character.
No.
That was annoying.
Someone said, make a character that looks like a frog and a rabbit, and they're stupid. And let's put them in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a great design. Now let's make it a main character.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Zed from Borderlands. Who needs a medical license when you've got style? I think that's very true.
That's what I always say.
You know, would somebody let an unstylish surgeon operate on them?
That's true. I mean, yeah. Did you see that there's this guy who he's like for the Israeli like army, I guess. He's like he's like space security or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that aliens are definitely real. We've been in contact with them for like years. Trump knows about them. He was going to blab about it and they made him not blab about it. And the United States has a treaty with these aliens.
I'm going to guess that's not true.
Well, I guess you're not a believer.
I mean,
and it's like some sort of ex-Israeli official. And I don't know too much about the story. I just know that he's like a professor. He did all these things for the government. I guess he left the government and he said this.
I mean, I hope it's true.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Why would aliens make a treaty, though?
I don't know. I don't remember why. There was a reason, though.
Like, I would assume if aliens come, it would be like, you know, we're like birds to them. Like, would they be like, okay, so which bird is in charge?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh, okay, well, this uglier looking bird is in charge. Let's let's see what he has to say.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I don't know about that bird.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's an older bird.
Yeah.
That we can talk to.
Let's just find the oldest bird.
This bird. The leader of the free birds. Maxley Fox. I mean, some birds can talk.
It's true. Continuing movie talk, I rented Tenet today and was thoroughly underwhelmed. Also rented Invisible Man, and that came out in February. It was really good. Oh, I heard about Invisible Man. That looked neat.
Is there aliens in it?
No, it's an invisible guy.
Well, I only care about
and
aliens.
Apparently he just beats the hell out of his wife. I think it's the Invisible Man. It's kind of like not an allegory for like abuse in a relationship, but it's like yeah. But the invisible suit is pretty cool looking. It actually looks like halfway plausible. It's like a Spider-Man suit made out of tiny hexagons.
Ah.
And so presumably they're all cameras and also like screens. And so it just is constantly taking pictures behind you and then displaying it in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Which is presumably how it would have to work.
Mm-hmm.
It would have to take pictures based on people's gaze, though. That's true, because it would have to display what's exactly between your eyes and the suit. Or else it would be like predator vision, or like predator. It would be like predator camouflage, where it kind of just breaks up your silhouette and projects like random colors and shapes from behind you, which is definitely effective if you're running around the jungle, but probably wouldn't be quite as effective wandering through like a suburban house. Invisible Man was highly suspenseful, done very well. I think they went the abusive route in this one because in the originals being turned invisible drove him insane. You can never close your eyes. Why can't you close your eyes? Maxley Fox. 2 people looking at it would mess it up. That's true. So why bother?
Yep. You know what? Maybe it's just magic. That's what I like. Or maybe it's like Apple, it just works.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's $5 million.
And it
just works.
And it comes with
the opportunity.
Yeah, it comes with an opportunity to buy $500 headphones.
Yeah.
Your eyelid would be clear. Your eyelid. Oh, if I suppose if you were literally invisible. I always assumed though you felt normal, but to the world you're invisible. That's what I always kind of assumed. This is how being invisible works. That is true though. You can never. Although, couldn't you argue that you can't see because your eye's invisible? There we go.
Are those hurting?
A little bit.
Do you need to go to the hospital?
Oh yeah, the ambulance is on the way. I feel like though being invisible would not be that great a power.
No.
Like it would help in the day-to-day, I suppose, but not really.
Yeah. Because like if you wanted to steal stuff, then there's just floating stuff in the air. That doesn't seem to work very well. What if you eat them? Like, what if you go to a bank, you rob the bank, but you eat the money? Is it just floating in you?
That is true. Also, yeah, I suppose you have to run around naked. Your eyes don't rely on...
I already do that anyways.
Your eyes don't rely on being seen to do what they do. Yeah, but if your eyelids are clear, so you see through your eyelids, doesn't that mean your body is clear? And so your eyes wouldn't work? Because there's like... I don't really know how eyes work, but presumably a glass eye wouldn't be able, like a clear... All of the components in your eye being clear wouldn't be conductive to seeing. Because rods and cones in your eyes would still receive light. Presumably they would receive the wrong light, though, right? They receive light from behind your head and above your head and everywhere.
I think it works by magic.
See, that doesn't sound very plausible.
But I want to know. So, like, if you... Because I assume in most stories that have invisible people, if they eat something, that becomes invisible.
It would... Yeah, it must.
So if you shove money up your ass, Is that invisible? Does the money become invisible?
I don't know. What if you just put it in your mouth? Like, what if you went to a jewelry store and you just started putting all the jewelry in your mouth? At what point does it become invisible? Like, what if you just hold it really, really tight? What's the difference between that and
you
your
put it
mouth?
in your palm.
Mm-hmm.
I think let's start with the ass stuff first.
Yeah.
And then work our way up to palming it.
Yeah, path of most resistance, and then...
And Dr. Droll's going to try it first.
Just steal diamonds. They're clear and easy to swallow. I wonder, how do you sell diamonds? Like, do you just rock up to the store and be like, I have a ton of diamonds, and then they don't ask any questions?
Mm-hmm.
Don't diamonds lose like all their value?
Yes.
Because everyone's buying, diamond rings, and it's not like anyone's losing them.
Mm-hmm. I think diamond rings are dumb.
Oh, yeah. Get something cool like bismuth.
Yeah.
Or just something weird.
Mm-hmm.
Get a ring made of tungsten. It can pull your car.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not true. Tungsten is very dense, but I don't think it's that strong.
Dr. Drokel, it always devolves into shoving things, yeah, in the ass with neck. Yeah. I have an affinity for it, let's just say that.
Mm-hmm. I think your body would adapt to 360 vision.
Ooh.
I had this idea for a piece of jewelry that I would actually like, where it's a necklace with very, very small, like, I suppose it would be a little bit like a charm bracelet, but each charm is made of a different type of metal.
Ah.
And they're just kind of like raw metals that are sealed.
What are the charms?
They would just be like little squares.
Balls?
Well, I'd like them to be squares, though, because then you could appreciate the grain of the metal. So some tungsten, titanium, steel, copper, brass.
I want one of those gold chains with the money sign on it, like those wrappers.
Yeah.
I feel like those are pretty tasteful.
Or maybe a watch where the links are made out of different metals.
No, that'd be pretty cool.
Ooh, it's actually a fad to have tungsten wedding bands, and they have a habit of shattering. Yes, they do. I have a bunch of tungsten welding rods that are slightly radioactive. And you have to be very careful not to drop them. Apparently they stopped making the radioactive ones because there's a new one. The radioactive ones were the red. They were like the red rod, and they came out with a purple one that apparently has very similar properties but is not radioactive.
That's probably good.
Mm-hmm. My teacher was funny, though, because he says that people were buying up the old radioactive rods.
Wow.
So they had them. My teacher said he used to, what he would do is in his welding helmet, he would put a piece of duct tape, and he would stick his tungsten radiated welding rods to the inside of the helmet. And so they were just an inch away from his face at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, yeah, he didn't turn green or anything.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's a little different than like actual radioactive like objects.
Yeah, I don't think it's insanity.
No.
It does carry warnings and stuff on the packaging, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't eat it. Don't have it on. Don't let it touch your body. Don't.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys like rap? I like rap.
I enjoy rap.
My Brett S. My wedding band is tungsten. It's far better than the gold one I used to have.
Brett S., do you like rap? I bet Brett S. likes rap.
I was told that the De Beers Diamonds has enough 1-carat diamonds to give every 16-year-old in the world a diamond for the next 100 years.
Why do they have to be 16?
Yeah, that seems like a weird runaround. Like, why not just give every 16-year-old 100 diamonds? 100 1-carat diamonds. Like, that still sounds impressive.
Yeah, I just want to know, why do they have to be 16?
Harkins, Aquatics, I have a tungsten ring, but it's tungsten carbide. Oh. Does that mean it's something else and then it has a coating of tungsten?
What is a carbide?
I mean, I know carbide drills have some sort of a some process is done to them to make their
Is
like
it
the
like
skin of the metal a lot harder.
Is it like an annealing?
No, because an annealing is like all throughout the metal, I think. Well, it is all throughout the metal. Annealing usually makes it stronger. Where tungsten is very, 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 very hard. Or not tungsten. Like carbide finishes are very, very, very hard. But they're brittle. Well, not very brittle, but in terms of hardness and strength, it's very different. A lot of pottery from the 60s is radioactive due to the glaze used. Ah. Probably another reason that I shouldn't brush lick. Although I think I'm safe with this, because I think this is a modern mug.
Yeah, so who knows what's in it? Brett S., I appreciate some rap, mostly older stuff. I am more of a punk/metal guy. I only like heavy, heavy gangster rap. If it isn't about some guy's mom, I can't appreciate it. And hoes. Gotta have some hoes in it.
Back in the day, diamonds were given out as Sweet 16 gifts.
Ah! Okay, now I all get it. I get it. Does anyone do that? Why don't guys get Sweet 16?
I don't even... What is a Sweet 16?
It's like, I don't know. I don't know, really. I know, like, a lot of girls would have them. Like, yeah, you're 16, woo! But
you're 16, nothing has changed, woo!
Yeah. I guess you can drive, but... I don't know. I don't know what it is. And why is that a thing? Harkins Aquatics. Hose in different area codes. You got it.
Tungsten carbide is probably not good for someone who operates a jackhammer, but is fine for daily wear. Also scratch resistant.
A Sweet 16 was that you were a woman now.
You
should probably change that.
Yeah.
But no, I knew, like, a lot of people have parties and stuff. I guess there's quinceañeras, but that's 15, right? I've been to one quinceañera. It wasn't mine. Someone else's.
Yeah, in my family, like, birthdays were pretty much done by, I don't know, 13, 14.
By 7. Yeah. And your family, people start doing taxes by 10.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we don't really do. Sometimes we'll do like, you get to go to Wendy's, but that's about it. That's all you get.
One of my favorite birthdays was I got to pick. We were gonna go out to eat as a family, and so I picked sushi, and so we went to the sushi place, but they wouldn't seat us without everyone there, and my uncle was running really, really, really late, so eventually I had to go to class because I was taking night classes, and so we drove to Wendy's, and I ate a burger and went to class.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year I asked for sushi again, but I was vetoed, and we got Indian food.
Yep. Your family really cares about the old birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty funny.
Yep. Harkins Aquatics, I got a tungsten carbide ring because I work in water all the time, salt and fresh, and it does not, and did not want to deal with corrosion. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, God forbid you would take it off. See, but you know what, though? You take it off, you lose it.
Yep.
That'd be pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I
I
could
wonder
wear
though. Let's say you lose your ring, and you're like, oh no, what do I do?
Yeah.
Couldn't you just go to a pawn shop on the way home and just get another ring? How long do you think it would take for your significant other to notice that you swapped it? You buy one for $15. Especially if it's just a band.
That's true.
I bet you could go a couple of years. Just on one anniversary, they're feeling sentimental, and so they take a close look.
Do your parents wear their rings still?
I don't think
'Cause
so.
mine don't. They haven't worn them in like 20 years. I don't know. I feel like that's the kind of family that I want and deserve. I can't imagine wearing a ring, but I can imagine wearing like a nice watch.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. I have a nice watch.
I like a nice
watches.
watch, but not a heavy watch.
Yes, I have a nice watch and it's light. It's
that's
very very nice. I wore it on interviews and people always commented on it because people don't wear watches anymore, especially young people. I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm pretty cool. And then they remember you.
Yeah, and then you took it off and never wore it again.
Yeah, and then I didn't get the job. Yeah, a little bit more goes into it than just being able to wear a watch. Turns out. I guess I won't be the head of NASA. Whatever.
Just interview for a job you have no ability to do.
Oh, but you put on a watch today. That's very cool.
I have a watch. It doesn't work. It is a I think it's a World War II trench watch. And I got it because it's the same type of watch used in the movie Pulp Fiction. What's his name? Who's the eccentric guy who shoves it up his ass?
See, I'm not the only one that talks about ass shoving.
That's true.
Can't blame me.
What's his name? He's in a wonderful music video by Fatboy Slim.
Someone will tell you. Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Mm-hmm.
But Christopher Walken talks about how his father shoved the watch up his ass, and then got a bacterial infection in his ass and died. So then he gave it to Christopher Walken to give to his son, and then Christopher Walken shoved it up his ass, and then he gave it to young Bruce Willis. And so I have that watch. It was really cheap. It doesn't work. but I love it.
Is it a reproduction or is it an actual?
It's a real one. I mean, there's millions made, but
yeah.
Yeah, it is real. And I actually have it in the movie. Bruce Willis keeps his watch and his keys in this little caddy that looks like a kangaroo, and I have that too. Mm-hmm. And so I keep my keys and my wallet in that on there, and it's hilarious. Dr. Drokel. I have a nice Belova kinetic watch. Always wanted a Movado, but never got one. Harkins Aquatics.
Dr. Drokel also said that women notice.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Harkins Aquatics says that you can buy another carbide ring for $20 on Amazon.
So there Harkins Aquatics, do you have a couple spares?
I feel like if you would marry somebody that'd be mad at you for losing a ring, that's maybe not the right person.
That's true. You lost it because we have lives and jobs and it's just a ring and it's tiny? Mm-hmm. How dare you?
Mm-hmm. Because I'm not going to get a nice ring.
No.
Men don't matter. Brett S. A ring takes a little to get used to, but then you feel naked without it. I mean, I feel naked right now, but that's just because I'm not wearing any clothes.
Ooh, Dr. Drokel. I found one of those porcelain kangaroos that the watch sits on at a Goodwill a few years ago, and I snapped it up in a second. That's really cool. I actually, mine is a kind of a red color, but in rewatching the movie, it looks like his actually is a little bit more white in color. So it's not an exact match to the screen used prop.
So you're gonna throw it out?
Yeah. It's not exactly Butch Coolidge's kangaroo. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna find at a Goodwill.
Right, you might find a tripod.
Yeah.
With the thing that attached to the camera.
Mm-hmm. It was new in box.
Mm-hmm.
Got it for like $6. And we use it for every video.
Mm-hmm. And all of our music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Where we rap.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I have a lot to say today in the old burpage.
I'd love to get some more Tarantino props. Some Lucky Strike cigarettes. Or not Lucky Strikes, that's a real brand. He has Red Apple cigarettes. Dr. Drokel, they came in a few different colors originally. If you search eBay, you'll see some different ones from time to time. I got lucky and found the correct color one. So when Tarantino's walking through your house, he'll be like, hey! I wonder, does anyone know if Tarantino's like a big collector of memorabilia? Like I know, who does all the, Guillermo del Toro is like an absolute fiend. Like he collects everything from his own movies, other movies, costumes. Just he loves that stuff. I kind of get the sense because like Quentin Tarantino has such an eye for detail, but I kind of get the sense he could care less about like actually owning the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Quentin. Oh man, I still gotta watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I've loved every movie so far. So I kind of doubt the new one's a stinker.
People are a little decisive about that one.
People usually though are very divisive on just Tarantino in general. Like usually you kind of like him or you don't.
Yeah, people don't, and I guess it all comes, especially that one. People really hated the rewriting the history. I mean, he does it on every one, but people
That's
especially
true.
did not like it on this one.
Yeah. I mean, it probably won't ever be as good as Django Unchained because that movie's a masterpiece. But, if it's as good as his other movies, I'm 100% down. Dr. Jokel. I bet he collects movies and other similar media. Yeah, I bet that's true. And it's all on original, it's all on film, too. Harkins Aquatics. I have 5 tungsten carbide rings. One has a section cut out and blue carbon fiber in it. One with white sapphires, one with this bevel in it, and one with a glowing epoxy embedded in it. Ooh, neat. Is carbon fiber... Carbon fiber is just glass and resin, right? Isn't that what carbon fiber is?
I have no idea. I don't know much.
Dr. Drokel. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is fantastic. Well, that's great. I'll have to figure out where I can watch it, on what specific streaming service I need for that, and then pirate it.
Yeah.
All the streaming services are so obnoxious. Just there can be a couple. That's fine.
20.
Harkins Aquatics. No, that is fiberglass. What's carbon fiber? I guess probably carbon.
And fiber.
Harkins Aquatics wears them all at the same time. He is actually the Mandarin from Marvel Comics. Ooh, or maybe he's the Mandarin from the movies. Maybe he's Ben Kingsley. Good old Iron Man 3. Man, I love that movie. I'm an actor. My name's Trevor. Carbon fiber is made from carbon composition with resin embedded in it. The way they handled the Mandarin in the movie was pretty funny, but at the same time, I really wanted to see Ben Kingsley be the bad guy with the acting job he was doing from the start. So I'm torn. That's true. Yeah, a lot of people did not love the fake out. I think was Iron Man 3 after oh god, what's the one with Benedict Cumberbatch? Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange kind of introduces the cosmic weirdness. But I feel like when Iron Man 3 came out, they still hadn't gone full crazy. And so, and Iron Man and the Iron Man series has always kind of existed in a little bit more of a realistic world than some of the other movies. So I can see why they didn't go full magic. I'm still waiting to see if they ever do anything with that clip they released on the DVD. I think it's called Hail to the King. I don't know. I mean, they're probably not going to do the Mandarin storyline now because they don't have Robert Downey Jr. anymore. Until he's out of money, and then I'm sure he'll be back as Iron Man. Ooh, or maybe they'll just CGI him, like, because it is Disney.
Disney loves a good CGI.
Mm-hmm. Iron Man 3 was even before Guardians of the Galaxy, so they still hadn't gone deep Marvel yet. Yeah, that's very true. Man, Guardians 1 and 2 are incredible movies. Like, 1 is perfection, and then 2 is better. When is Guardians 3 coming out? All right, folks, it is 10 o'clock. So we are going to be ending, and then we are going to be switching over to the Patreon only stream.
Yeah.
For our Patreon only fans.
Yeah. So if you want to join us on that, you got to subscribe to our Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk about some secrets, probably.
Yeah. It's $5 for what? At least 2 extra hours a week. Sometimes more.
Most of the time more.
Streaming. Almost always more.
So,
yes,
yeah.
Good night to some of you.
Yeah, good night to some of you.
Mm-hmm. And end.